I'm a dad, and I've got dad bod still. It's been 12 weeks since I started my six-pack journey. Yeah, it's actually really been a journey, y'all. Because this week, I discovered that I've been eating way too many calories, even though I thought I was eating the right amount of calories. Which brings me to the reason why I haven't been losing the weight that I wanted to lose. Now, how did I mess up on my calories? As a matter of fact, there's a couple of reasons. So let me explain this here. I use an app to track my calories, just like most people do. I currently use My Net Diary, and on My Net Diary, you get to choose your activity level. And little did I know, I had my activity level set to low active. And when you have it set to that activity level, it thinks you're doing more every single day. It thinks maybe you're walking about 7 miles or 2 miles every single day. Thinking you're working out, it thinks you're a low active person. So when you click that and you say you want to lose X amount of weight every single week, it gives you a nice number of a caloric deficit because it already thinks that you're burning more than a sedentary person. Well, what's a sedentary person, you ask? A sedentary person is someone that doesn't really do much throughout the day. Maybe they go for a little bit of a walk, they run some errands and whatnot, but they don't work out. They don't actively go and get their heart rate up, which, sounds a little bit like me as becoming a new dad and struggling to work out. The majority of this challenge, I've been really sedentary, which means the calories that I was consuming, thinking that I was eating less than I was supposed to. I wish I could yell right now, but my son's sleeping upstairs. I've been eating 300 to 400 extra calories that I wasn't supposed to eat. It's a miracle that I've lost the weight that I've lost. Because in my eyes, I should have been gaining weight because I was eating too many calories. Now, I am upset, but it's good that I learned there's this setting in the app. And I only learned it because of one reason. That reason is I was just having fun with Google's AI Gemini, and I asked it, what is going to be my caloric intake to maintain my body weight if I was weighing 215 pounds? And you know what it freaking told me? It told me that if you are sedentary, you need to consume 2,100 calories a day to maintain your body weight. Look at this. This is a sedentary life. But you know what? We're done. There's no more complaining about this. Let's talk about what happened last week. Last week was awesome because I'm a dad and I actually worked out almost every day. I think I took off maybe 2 days out of the 7, which that's 5 days out of the week. And it wasn't impossible. I did some follow along workouts. I stuck to doing Bully Juice's follow along workouts and I loved it. And if I didn't do one of his workouts one day, I did some weightlifting. And the reality of it here is a lot of people say they can't work out because they can't make the time. Hell, that's what I was saying. But how much time are you trying to make? Are you trying to make an hour? Are you trying to make 30 minutes? Or are you trying to make 10 minutes to work out? Because 10 minutes is better than 0. And if we just make these excuses that we can't work out because we don't have the time, when we're not choosing the right amount of time to actually be putting in and slowly building up, then we're never going to get it. I've been slowly doing 10-minute workouts sporadically over these 12 weeks, maybe 30-minute ones, maybe going for a run, but no more than 3 times a week. And last week I was able to do 5 I was able to do 5 workouts. That's a win in my book. And because I did 5 workouts, I ate pretty good as well, y'all. Now, last week was probably the first week out of these 12 that I've been consuming the right amount of calories for the right amount of activity I am putting in. And honestly, I kind of felt it. I'd work out on a day and then I'd eat some food and I wouldn't feel like I needed to eat more. I felt like I was perfect. But on the days that I was just counting the calories and trying to eat as many as possible with eating as little as possible and not really doing anything throughout the day when it came to physical activity, I felt hungrier. It's kind of interesting. I always thought that when I would work out, I'd feel more hungry. But it seems like when I started working out again more consistently, I started eating healthier more consistently. That when you want to achieve something and you start putting in the reps on the things you know you should be doing, everything else starts to work out and fall into place as well. Things get easier. It becomes less difficult to make the right decisions. Which the right decision all the time when you're trying to lose weight is to make sure you're working out in some capacity. Maybe you're going for a walk. Maybe you're doing 10-minute workouts. But always making sure you're working out. Now, I know I had an awesome week last week. But these past 12 weeks, It's really been a struggle. I've been going down in weight, but then I hit a wall. And now we know where this wall came from. But when I hit that wall and I gained weight again, and I was like, man, why am I not lower than 212? What's going on? It really hurt for a second. But since that hurt happened, it really made me start to think. All I have to do is stay consistent with working out. At least 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week is what I'm looking to do. But now I know it's necessary. And it's not just necessary for my weight goal. It's necessary for life. Now, the one thing I'm proud of, which, hey, you should always acknowledge when you're proud of yourself or you're proud of something that you've done and not just only acknowledge the struggles. Because if we do that, we're just going to get nowhere. Even if we're learning something for the struggles, you got to acknowledge what you're proud of. And I am honestly proud of the fact that, not that I worked out 5 times a week, but the fact that I worked out with my son around me on a whole nother level. I had him engaged with me. I was pulling him into the workouts. And I feel like that's a difficult thing to do as a parent. If I'm working out, he pieces out. He's like, let's go do something else. But when I became more consistent with it and I went in there and I had a happy face and I was like, hey, do this with me. Come on, do it with Dada. Do this. Do this. He started to like it. So when the cardio comes into my follow-along workouts of jumping jacks, I'll be like, come on, Luca, we got to spin. We got to spin. And just that little change made it so that I'm able to get these workouts in more consistent. And it wasn't easy for me to do this. I'd usually cave in to go and do whatever my son wanted to do at that time. But I know that my health and fitness is important, not only to me, but important to him. Because I need to be healthy. I need to be here to be able to raise him. So I have to take time for myself. And most of my time is spent with him. So why not set an example? Why not make it fun? So I'm proud of myself for being able to do that. And I know it's going to sound weird, but please leave a comment saying proud in the bottom because, hey, I need your support, y'all. I appreciate you leaving that comment. And honestly, having people give you feedback or advice or just interacting with you in general helps a lot in life. Just like if someone else was on their journey, which I'm assuming you probably are if you're watching this video, that you're trying to lose weight or you thought about losing weight or you have a friend that's losing weight, my biggest tip of advice to you is to embrace the struggle. It's going to be hard. You're going to have days where you're hanging out with friends and they're like, well, why does it matter? Oh my God, why are you counting calories? This guy's always carrying a scale with him. I can't believe they're doing this. Why are they doing that? And they try to like pull you down. And it's going to be hard not to get into a confrontation with them. Just don't. Just tell them what you're doing. And if they truly care about you, they will understand. They might keep ragging on you, but you just have to believe in what you're doing and they will respect you for it. No matter what they're saying, they have a little bit of respect for you. And that's going to be this biggest struggle when you're on a caloric deficit and you're counting your calories. It's not a normal thing for people to do it. But to be above normal, you must do things other people aren't willing to do. And I mean, like, a lot of people in modern society live in an area where they have way too much food. So, like, that's how we all get fat in general. So, like, it's kind of a privilege to be fat, but you don't want to be fat. I don't know, man. All I know is losing weight's hard, especially when food's good. And just do your best. It's going to be tough. Now, next week, I promise I'm going to be lighter in weight. I'm not going to let anybody else down. And then that means myself and you guys. Honestly, I know it sounds bad, but it was my mistake that led me to where I'm at right now, where I'm struggling to lose the weight. But now I know what needs to be done. Now I know I was going off the wrong numbers. Oh, man. Can't believe it. But I'll see you next week when I lose another pound. Subscribe to the channel. We're out here honestly doing shit. Okay, but for real, guys, this was not the video I was going to record tonight. I learned about this calorie thing after I wrote my guideline for what I was going to talk about. So yeah, thanks for watching.